come to your life. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. 'Cause everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Peter Stevens Hyundai. Test drive the all-new Tucson Hybrid today. Power 103.1. Ballarat's leaders in local. Listen anywhere you go on the free iHeartRadio app. Your news now.
Hi there, I'm Brett Mack with your local news first. An 18-year-old male has been arrested and charged after contravening a family violence order and spitting on an officer. Police were called to a Delacombe address at 5 on Friday afternoon. Whilst being escorted to a divvy van, police will allege the male turned toward a senior constable and spat at him, with saliva allegedly impacting the officer's face. He's been bailed to appear at the Ballarat Magistrates Courts in September. 2 jockeys have been hospitalised following a Ballarat race meeting yesterday. Lee Horner on Sky Hero suffered a head injury on the final lap of the Grand National steeplechase. It's reported Lee's horse was brought down by another Mighty Oasis, which made a faulty jump and was later euthanised. Lee was transported to Melbourne by road due to stormy weather conditions. Bell X1 rider Will Gordon was also taken to hospital with a suspected shoulder injury after his horse was caught in the stumble. The boss of Ballarat City Council says the Premier's hint that biodegradable plastic bags for food organics might be banned won't stop the rollout of FOGO here. Food organics collection is due to start in Ballarat next year, with Council not supporting the use of paper bags instead. Chief Executive Evan King says throwing out food makes up about 40% of our general waste.
We're really keen to be able to use biodegradable liners, and the reasoning behind that is we call it the yuck factor, and obviously food organics can be a bit messy and can be a bit smelly, and it's important to make separating food organics out as simple and as easy as possible.
To sport, and the Ballarat Footy League witnessed one of the biggest upsets of the season on Saturday. The Swans downed East Point by just 7 points, with Tristan Maple leading the way with 40 possessions. The upset win ending a run of 14 straight wins for the Kangas. That's the latest in your local...
Papel. Senator Maureen Faruqi is calling for a war crimes investigation into the death of Australian aid worker Zomi Frankham in Gaza, saying a federal government report let Israel off the hook for the strike on a humanitarian convoy. Her family is disappointed with the report and wants those responsible prosecuted by Israeli authorities. Big changes for airline companies. They'll have to compensate travellers for flight delays and cancellations under federal government reforms. Transport Minister Catherine King says it shouldn't be a struggle to get a refund for a cancelled flight.
What we all want to see is, in fact, that customers get what they pay for.
Aussie workers officially have the right to ignore emails and texts outside work hours. However, Managing Director of Employees Matter, Natasha Hawker, tells 7 reasonable contact is still allowed.
Where your manager had someone call in sick, that would be a reason to contact somebody at 8 o'clock at night.
Young offenders in the Northern Territory could be sent to boot camp. The incoming Chief Minister says it's important to hold people accountable for their crimes.
PowerFM sports. Brought to you by D2E Gym. From Delacombe to Wendouree, you're never too far from a D2E.
To sport, Jesse Hogan says winning the Coleman medal wasn't on his list of things to do for 2024. The Giants forward kicked 69 goals in the home and away season, 9 more than his nearest challenger, Jeremy Cameron.
Playing 23 games this year was a big goal of mine, so to be a Coleman medalist is a pretty cool feeling.
And a 5-way battle for 8th spot has emerged in the NRL after last night's clashes. The Dragons currently sit in 8th ahead of the Broncos, Dolphins, Knights and Raiders. That's the latest in news and sport.
Power FM weather. Beat the winter blues with Hot Temple's infrared heated cycle, Pilates, yoga and strength at 2 locations, Howard Street and Armstrong Street, Ballarat.
For the rest of today, cloudy conditions with showers becoming less likely as we get through today, and a severe weather warning has been issued. Windy, partly cloudy conditions tomorrow with a chance of a shower most likely during the night, a minimum of 6 degrees and a max temp of 17.